What is going on, Rise of Kingdoms fans? Wispy here, and today I'm going to be answering one of the more frequent questions that I get asked, and that is how many farm accounts should you have? More specifically, how many farm accounts should you have as a free-to-play player? So we are going to be going over how many farm accounts you should have, the reason that you need to have farm accounts and that many at least, as well as how to get all of those accounts in your one kingdom, because we know Lilith has that stipulation of only 2 accounts per kingdom. It's really easy to bypass, and we're going to be covering it all. So if you are new to the channel or have not yet subscribed, consider doing so you don't miss awesome guide videos just like this one. Why farm accounts are super important and vital for the growth of your account. If you do not have a farm account, you are hurting yourself, and here's why. Farm accounts give you extra marches to farm resources to feed to your main account to either A, help you power up, help you train, help you fight. It's just super important. So the more farm accounts that you have, the stronger of a player you're going to become. And that doesn't matter if you're a pay to win or a free to play. It doesn't matter. Farm accounts are important to everybody's account. And the more farm accounts that you have, the stronger of a player you become. It's the more you'll be able to train, and the longer you will be able to fight during KVK and not be strong-armed and strangled by the lack of resources. At a bare minimum, you should have at least 3 farm accounts. So you technically 4 accounts. You have your main account and at least 3 farm accounts. These 3, Mini Wispy, Wispy 2, Wispy 3. I've had these 3 farm accounts for a while now, and I built my main account off of these 3 farms. So I built to almost 100 million power. My highest was 96 million. I built all of that off of these 3 farms, and I would not have been able to even come close to that without these farm accounts. In my personal opinion though, in a perfect world, you should at least actually have 5 farm accounts. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, whoa, Wispy, that's a lot of freaking farms. It's really not, okay? Hear me out. That's not that many farms, but it will change your gaming experience and Rise of Kingdoms like you never thought possible. And the reason why I'm saying bare minimum 3, but in a perfect world at least 5, because 2 of your farm accounts can farm nothing but gold. Just gold 24/7. Try and get yourself in a farm alliance that does 24/7 gold pits, and just go completely ham on the gathering gold in those 2 accounts. This farm account right here has only been farming for about a week and a half, and I have almost 130 million gold. So you can farm a ton doing it this way. The other 3 of the 5, they can farm all resources, or you can break it down where 1 is food, 1 is wood, and 1 is stone. So you'll have 2 for gold and 1 for each of the other resources. And your account and power and just whole experience will completely change if you do this. If you have this many or even just 3 farm accounts, your main account can do the things that it needs to do to help you grow. Your main account is no longer held down to where you have to farm resources on your main account 24/7 just to even kind of keep up, or at least feel like you can do things. Your main account can now go and just farm gems. That way you can spin wheels, do egg events, Esmeralda, whatever you want to do. You can farm the gems so you can be more competitive. You can also do the camps and keeps. If you are lucky enough to be in a kingdom that the camps and keeps are open, you can go and knock those out. And we all know those things take forever to do. You're like marching all over the map. It takes hours and hours to do because you're going from one to the other. By the time you get done, they're probably already reset. Your main account can do the things it needs to do to get more powerful and not just farm resources. Mini Wispy is my oldest farm account that I have, and this account has farmed almost 3 billion resources for my main account. 3 billion. That's a lot of freaking resources just to send to another account. Now, of course, you got to subtract what it took to actually build it up to where it is, but it's not that much. And this account is only 264 days old. So my main account is just over 600. So I went over 300 days without a farm account. This is my oldest farm, Mini Wispy. So when I say farms are super freaking important, it's not a joke. Like, you need it to be successful in this game. If you don't, you're going to have a miserable experience and hate it. Having multiple farm accounts is how free to play and low spenders combat and at least kind of keep up and compete with pay to win. Now, not as in the aspect of being as powerful, but being able to fight as long, that's very important. What do fights come down to? It comes down to a battle of attrition. And if you can farm tons of resources because you have a bunch of farm accounts, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to rack up a bunch of kills and you're just going to enjoy your time. Let's talk about where you should build these farms up to. Where should you take them and then stop to where they're just good to go? They don't need any more work. You have 3 natural progression stopping points. You can stop at City Hall 11, where you have 3 March queues. You can go to City Hall 17, where you unlock the 4th. I preferably like City Hall 22 because you're getting max value. You're getting all 5 March queues, and that way you can farm as much as you possibly can. Some people are gonna say, but yeah, if you don't take it to City Hall 25, then your farm account cannot go into the Season of Conquest. Yes, this is true, but I also think it's a moot point to take it to City Hall 25. You're going to spend a lot of resources taking it there, and it's just not really necessary. If you need to transfer resources in the middle of KVK, just use the random teleport to go back home, teleport to your farms, transfer the resources, then go back into KVK. You're just using a couple of teleports, and you're never running the risk of your farms getting potentially zeroed. So your farm accounts can farm resources safely in the home kingdom, and it's less contested because a lot of people took their accounts into Season of Conquest, so it's open season and so many resource nodes that it's easier to find what you want to farm. And at City Hall 22, you can research a lot. Like, look how far my economic research is, and I don't even have a lot of this done because I was tired of spending resources on doing the research here because it was already pumping out resources at an incredible rate. So you can take the research super far at City Hall 22. That's what a lot of people do not tell you. So in a perfect world, I'm going to have all my farms at City Hall level 22, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I know I said a minimum of at least 3 to 5 farms, but you can have so many more farms if you want. I know that Lilith has a 2 account limit per kingdom. I'm going to tell you how to get past that right now. So how you get past the 2 account limit is you go to another kingdom. So say I wanted another farm in 412. All I got to do is create 2 new farms in any kingdom that is also in the Season of Conquest. Go there, build them up to City Hall level 16, which is what you need to bring it over, because any kingdom older than KVK 1, you got to have City Hall 16 to come over. It says it right here. Your City Hall is level 16 or higher. What I would do prior to this is I would contact someone in the kingdom and be like, listen, do you have a semi-active farm alliance that I can create these 2 accounts to? That way you can take advantage and get max value from getting helped from them. And then when you get to City Hall 16, hopefully you've already done enough alliance tech donations and stuff, It only takes one passport, so 600,000 credits, like individual alliance credits. You can purchase a passport and bring that over, so you don't have to spend the $5 on the New World bundle. So you can just use those credits, get a passport, bring it over, bada bing, bada boom. You literally can do this as many times as you want. So if you're wondering how these people have so many freaking accounts in one kingdom, like you just saw, I have 6 accounts in 412. 6. That's all you have to do. Create the 2 accounts in a kingdom that is in the same season of KVK as your current kingdom. Get it to City Hall level 16, migrate it over. Boom. As many as you want. Now, the rule of thumb, how I tell people is, yes, I gave you the limit of 3 to 5, but if you have time to have more farm accounts than that, then do it. Make as many as your heart desires. You can never have too many. Like, if you're like, man, I made too many freaking farms, I don't have time to do all these. Well, it's better to have too many than not enough. My boy Redline has over 20 freaking farms. So compare his 20 farms to my 5. You know, there are people out there that have so many that it's insane. That is how you get powerful. You don't worry about resources anymore. We did a video the other day. Should you go to VIP 14 or get T5 first? I'll have a link to that video in the description below, as well as the end screen. Feel free to check that out after this video. If you have a bunch of farms and let's say you want to go T5, but you're not VIP 14 or 15, because we know 14 you get the 3 legendary heads, and then at 15 you get the extra healing speed. You're no longer worrying about resources anymore because you have a bunch of farms that can take care of it for you. Like I said, it's going to give you an overall better experience in the game. And once you already have the farms leveled up to where you want them to, it only takes a minute to log in to each one, send out your gatherers, move to the next one. That's if you're not, using your AP on it and doing events. I don't do none of that. I literally send my gatherers out, move on to the next account. I don't care about spending my AP and all that other stuff. It's not that big of a deal for me. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But with 5 farms and your main account, that's 30 marches. Let me say that again. That's 30 marches farming resources for you if you take them all to City Hall level 22, which you could do in like a month, maybe a month and a half. You could build up 2 accounts to City Hall level 22. Like, it doesn't take long at all to get to City Hall level 22, and then you are good to go, my friend. All right, guys. Well, that is pretty much the reasons why you need to have farm accounts, how many I think you should have, how to bypass the 2 account limit per kingdom. If you enjoyed the video and you found this information informative, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos, and share it with a friend if they have this question as well. But until next time, I'm Wispy Gaming. Catch you guys in the next video.